Welcome to Fandom Knight, the show that missed one person in Spira and never saw the true ending.
I fucking hate you for bringing that up.
I'm your host, Willie Bush, Reploid Bill. Let's do the co-host thing.
Scott Action Jackson.
Shane McCree, Proto Guy.
And Nick the Lone Pride. Yeah, you fucking know already.
You seem like you were a little bothered by my statement there.
I will stab you.
So, today, we are continuing the Final Fantasy Legacy. We are on Final Fantasy X-2, Shane's favorite game, and... Let's...
I was about to say, he's like, and it's totally not because of the movies.
Let's go ahead and do a real quick contact information. If you would like to contact me, that's reploidbill@gmail.com. If you would like to contact the show, that's Fandom Knight at, gmail.com. And then, yeah, we also, we're on that community with the videos.
The YouTube.
The
TubeU.
Yeah, the TubeU and
the TubeU.
We also have something to do with that book with all the faces in it. The thing, it's like
Facebook.
Yeah, we're on that thing too. So we're on.
But we don't deal with the space thing.
Yeah, we also
we hate
do
the space thing.
The tweeting.
Yeah, we do the bird thing.
We do the tweeting.
A lot of bird things going on. So yeah, we're like.
We always got to watch out for Sylvester the cat, though.
We are hip to all the new trends in the social media.
No, we're not. Because most of us don't use Google Plus. You're the only poor bastard that still does.
I use it. Yeah.
Because Google Plus sucks.
I have Google.
You can say all you want about Google Plus,
like Google
but so
Plus.
far, the 3 networks that I'm in for Google Plus, they get us views. So
I don't have a problem with Google Plus. I mean, I use it very.
I don't
little,
like Google Plus
but
because I had to link my Google Plus to my YouTube account to be
that's
able to
because
leave any
Google
comments.
Plus is YouTube.
I know, and I think it's stupid. Because it's ruined the way the comments are done.
Yeah, Google Plus having to be synced up with YouTube is effed up.
So far, it's helping me. Like, if you look at the William Bush channel, hint, hint, the wink and the go check it out.
Shameless self-promotion!
Yes. If you check that out, I get a lot of comments, and it's all Google Plus. All of it. Like, people on YouTube, they don't comment. They don't. Like, you can watch...
I used to comment. I stopped the second
you
I
can
had
get
to be
7,000 thumbs
Google
up,
Plus
and
stuff.
not one person will even be like, cool.
Yeah.
And if you do get a comment, it's usually a troll. But on Google Plus, I get a lot of comments, and they're real comments. I was even asked direct questions for the William Bush channel on Google Plus that I answered directly from, I can't say his name. You watch the video, you'll understand. His name is something crazy, man. He sent me his name, and he was like, yeah, what do you think about this? And I start the video, and I'm like, I was asked a direct question. I tried to say it, and I was like, by this guy! I had to put his name on the screen. I couldn't say his name for nothing.
Carrot cake?
So...
Was he real Super Saiyan?
He was real Super Saiyan. So, we are on Final Fantasy X-2, and our favorite thing that we ever do is play all the versions so we can pick the best version. There are 3.
I've only played the PS2 version.
Well, that'll be your favorite version.
I never got
There
the
are 4.
chance.
I'm
I
sorry.
have not got the chance to see the HD bump up yet because all we did was beat Final Fantasy X, and then your PlayStation decided to take a poop.
I've tried both.
Think real hard about it, Shane. There are 4 versions.
I've tried both the PS2 version and the PS3 upgrade.
It was on PS2.
PS3,
Then it was on
PS4,
PS3.
and Vita.
PS4.
Then it was on Vita.
It's coming to PS4.
Computer, and soon the PS4, but that version doesn't exist yet, so there's 4 versions.
I had
PC?
To be
Oh
fair,
yeah, every Final Fantasy has a PC release. Nobody buys them. Literally, nobody buys them.
I did buy 2 of the Final Fantasy PC releases, and I regret one of them.
What?
3.
3?
Final
Oh,
Fantasy
you're talking
3,
about for like
because
Steam.
it's-
Okay, I
because
guess
it's
that
bugged-
counts.
Because the game is bugged. Terribly.
I guess that counts.
Because I could not leave the stupid castle town.
Thank you for letting me know in case I ever wanted to buy it.
Don't do it.
You just saved me money.
So,
For
if
me,
you want to play it, I'll bring my laptop.
it's gonna be PS3. Because be fair, I never played it on the Vita. It took a lot of space off my card, so I didn't play it on the Vita. I played 10 on the Vita.
I bought a new card just so I could download it.
I have to.
See,
I need a new
I would
Vita,
say
but
the
to be
Vita
fair.
version.
Well, why do you need a new Vita, Shane?
You know
What's wrong with your
Because
Vita?
it's on life support.
It's on live support.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's not
Here we go again.
You know what? Still better than the fucking Go.
That's true. It is better than the Go.
Technically, with the Go, I can take it
No.
on the Go.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
you can't.
I have games on it, and if it once
You can't
I
take
charge
it,
it,
you can't take it on the Go with you. What do you think it is? A portable system?
what do you think the Vita is? A portable system? No, it's
No,
it's
The
fucking.
Vita is
it's
on
a,
life support.
it's a fucking home console.
The Vita is not a portable system. It's a next gen portable system.
Or for me, just another freaking home console.
Well, life changes when you move to the next generation of
See, I
portables.
would say the Vita version would be the best, except for one problem. It was a digital download.
Yeah, it's digital only.
And I know how much you hate the digital stuff,
I don't care.
To me,
the
it
PS3
just
version is the superior one.
To me, it just seems like that sucks because you can make a physical copy for 10.
Well, especially because...
But
Yeah,
10
why
too.
wasn't there a physical for? It is
especially
weird.
because GameStop, initially when Final Fantasy X 10-2 came out on the Vita,
they were going to sell it
They were
separately.
selling it new for $30. Used was $28.
Okay.
And then they figured something out real quick.
The
Nobody's going to buy it used
Yeah,
for one reason.
because
Because
they
it
ain't
doesn't
getting
have the
10-2.
code.
Yep.
And so they dropped the price down to about $15
10-2, yeah.
real quick.
When they first freaking talked about it, they were going to sell 10 and 10-2 on the Vita separately. And then they decided to bring them together. But they decided that 10-2 would just be a digital game.
Yep.
Instead of a little SD card.
You
And
know
that
what
was
the
a
funny
mistake.
thing is? I guarantee you they could have fit both games on one of those little chips.
Even if they didn't, even if they would have just put like the case where it has two little clips in the case, and they could have put them both in there, and I still would have been fine with that.
I would have been fine with that as well. So, to be fair, yeah, it's a digital game, and for the Vita, digital's not the greatest because it takes so much space off your tiny card.
So
Blame
I
Square.
So, because Bill
PS
does not like download, it's PS3.
It's not just because we just gave a whole bunch of reasons besides Bill doesn't like download.
Bill doesn't like download.
Now,
So we have just picked the PlayStation 3 version. So the first thing Shane does is see it.
He said Shane, not Nick. Go for it, guy.
well,
Don't look at me.
since we picked the PS3 version, the remastered version,
Looks better.
it does. Obviously, it looks better than its
Slight-
PS2 counterpart.
Slight upgrade to graphics.
A little more than slight. I mean, I remember seeing what it looked like on the PS2, and then I seen it on the PS3. I'm like, that's a little more than slight. It was just a slight increase.
So that's what you saw when you first turned on this game?
You saw a slight increase in his boner.
Look, let's get this Charlie's Angels DOA thing out of the way right now.
That was a good one, buddy.
Hey,
What
hungover
we
Din
see-
wins all the time, damn it.
What we see is the very first ever pop star RPG.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Even though we picked the PS3 version, when I first seen the game, when I first bought it on the PS2, actually, I remember I was at GameStop, and they were showing it. They had a demo. I mean, it wasn't a demo, it was like a trailer. And they were showing it. This is right when the game, I think this was like maybe a week before the game came out. And it was the same GameStop I kept going to. They had the TV up, and they showed the opening of Yuna singing
Oh.
at Lucas Stadium, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, this is not your norm. What? I just played 10,
I'm gonna do some singing now because we
and I
don't
remember
do
what she
no
looked like in
summoning.
10. And then I seen her in this, and I seen her singing. I'm like, she's singing a pop song, and I'm like, this is the first I've ever seen in Final Fantasy. I mean, she's so upbeat. And
No,
happy.
you saw some singing and gay shit in other Final Fantasies. 8.
Yes, or 6 had that opera.
You had to do a little jig.
Hey, if you did the music right on 8, you got epic, awesome jig.
Okay,
or you
come
got
on.
awesome slow dance music. Go kill yourself. That was an awesome idea.
See how much singing and dancing and
Well,
music
to be-
is
okay.
appreciated in Final
No.
Fantasy.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
10-2 was a coming.
I'm so sorry. Let me
stab
change.
you.
Let me change it. When I seen Yuna on stage singing, she looked so upbeat and happy. Which main characters are not like that. They're supposed to be brooding and conflicted.
Especially with the
No.
ending of 10.
Yeah.
At the end
Especially
of
with-
10, finding out that Orin's dead, bye. Finding out Tidus doesn't exist, bye. I'm gonna sing now.
But he does exist.
We'll get to that. We'll get to the weirdness of what 10-2's whole plot is about.
The alternate ending, since that was like the second ending. To
Which
it.
technically, if you got
Well,
that,
how do you get that second ending there, Nick? How do you,
yeah, Nick.
How do you
Tell 'em.
achieve that? Can you explain?
You play through the game twice. Or, in mine and Ducky and Jeremy's instance, you stop playing it after the second time. And just not ever see the true ending. Because you missed that
No.
one stupid bastard in the middle of the calm lands.
You go to
That was
YouTube.
aimlessly wandering randomly. So yes, you go to YouTube,
You go to
and you
YouTube.
watch it.
Because there's 3 endings to the game.
Because fuck that ending.
The true ending,
There's the really poopy ending,
the bad ending, the good ending, the true ending.
which you have almost no completion rate somehow.
You just don't talk to people.
You just don't talk to nobody. That's how you get the poopy ending.
The poopy ending is really bad. The reason why it's the bad ending. It's terrible.
And then to get the good ending, you have to have like at least 60+% ish, I think maybe, or something like that. I don't know. It's weird. You have to have X amount percent to be able to get it of completion. And then the true ending, you have to have 100%. Can't have 99.99%. You gotta talk to that son of a bitch in the middle of the calm lands who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, running around aimlessly going, oh, you can't find me this time. Ah.
Awesome.
Dude, I need to talk to you. I need it 100%. Fuck, he's gone.
Sir, excuse me. Sir, please, sir.
So yes,
Damn it.
to
He's
actually complete 100% that game is a pain in the ass. That is why YouTube has become our friend. I've seen all 3 endings
You-
to it.
Oh yeah.
No. For all of our viewers out there, you want to get the 100% completion for this game, play it on the PS2 and get a Game Shark.
Dude, to be fair,
Done.
my brother, when he played it, he had like 99 point. He was missing one person to talk to.
Oh,
And he
him
was getting-
too, huh?
He was getting frustrated because I see this percentage. I'm like, man, you're like, what are you missing? You're like, we need what's point 1? What out there? It ain't a mission.
Some
Missions
random
don't
guy
count
in the
as
cold
point
lands.
1.
That's point 1.
I had a strategy guide at the time, so I was looking through like, what does he need? What does he need? We gotta talk to everybody. Who did you miss?
There are certain people that after certain cutscenes they
You can't
go
talk
away.
to anymore.
So if he missed one towards the start of the game,
He don't get to talk to,
start again.
and that is stupid.
That was poopy.
That's why I went to YouTube.
So, fuck that.
Fuck that. Yes.
Fuck the butt.
How does it look, Shane?
To be fair,
It looks awesome.
it looks good.
It just still pisses me off.
It looks good. The remaster version, it made everything brighter, made everything pop, in my opinion.
Wait, it made everything what?
Brighter,
No, it made everything what?
pop.
There we go.
What about you, Bill?
So,
Bill's like, I don't know what to do now.
what it looks like is a whole lot of fan service.
Oh yes, I tried.
Boobles!
And what's kind of
Boo-boos
funny
everywhere.
about this fan service, I just want to point this out. This is strange.
They get naked. but not naked because it's all Sailor
No,
Moon naked.
This is weird. When you play these kind of games,
Yes.
and you hear that there's a swimming portion somewhere in the game, you expect to see really nice swimsuits.
Yes.
For all those people that are freaking out about this here Riku, the swimsuit is not for you. Because the swimsuit is more clothing than her default costume.
It's true.
So, it's just
Her
weird.
default costume is a swimsuit top
To be fair, though,
and like
a European
thong.
bikini.
with some shorts that are unbuttoned.
No. And then she's got a thong with some partially unbuttoned shorts.
Yeah. And she's the youngest in the game that you get on your team.
Correct.
Still not legal. So enjoy that.
Wait, how old is she at this point?
17.
Maybe.
And then she's, 15, 16?
15 because the game takes place
After
2
10?
years after
Okay.
10. So she's 17 now. The other two would be about 18, so legal. But yes, she's, technically speaking, she's underage.
Except for people in Japan.
All right, so let's
Certain parts of Europe.
go ahead
probably.
and you give your thumbs up to how this game looks. I actually do. I'm making fun of it, but I think the graphics were very well done, actually.
A lot of fan service, but obviously that's what Square was going for.
I prefer this fan service over the bowl from 13 and 13 to 13 Lightning Returns crap.
Yeah.
So after we see the game,
Changing our format only for this game
Oh.
because we don't play it. The next thing we did was hear it.
Oh.
The soundtrack was well in our ears before we ever even got to play the first couple battles. So we don't even know how to play this game yet, and we've already been brutalized.
All those trailers and stuff with the same song.
No. The damn song, the game starts with a pop
singing.
song, and then moves to weird, terrible battle music, into another pop song, into not so good town music, into flying ship music, into picking your area on the world map music. Like, you hear half the game's soundtrack before you even learn how to sphere grid. So next, we heard our game this time.
The soundtrack, certain
too much pop, not enough epic battles.
It doesn't work for Final Fantasy. If this had been a Persona game,
Oh,
all that pop music might have worked.
Yeah, actually, I would have appreciated some pop music.
please,
For Persona
Persona, yes,
I
that
also
would definitely
appreciate
work.
my awesome, weird kind of pop jazz music that was in 3 because that was epic as shit.
Yeah, it
Dude,
works. They
I
got
love-
kind of a blend of like light rock, pop, and jazz that works
And that's
for
what
Persona.
made it the
dorm,
best.
the dorm music in 3
Yep.
is one of the best I've ever heard in Persona.
This doesn't work
No,
for
but
Final Fantasy.
I
No.
will say this: the one song that they sing, she picked the worst place to sing it in. She sung it in the Thunder Plains. I don't know why you have a concert.
You know,
with all
it
the
would have been
people there.
great in the Thunder Plains.
What if they would have
Well,
got
that-
struck by lightning?
That's what I was about
Or
to
if she
say.
would have had to dodge lightning? Like, what if
She's
it would have made
she's
you do that during the concert?
concert.
What if it made you do that during the concert? What if it made you
It would
deal
have
with
made
that?
the game more
Okay.
entertaining.
To be fair,
And if you messed up, you lose percent, and you can't.
to be fair,
You already lose percent because you didn't talk to everybody. Because you're dumb.
to be fair, when they wanted to have a concert, I'm like, the first time I played, I'm like, great, another fucking concert. They're like, now we need a place to have it. Like, why don't we have it in the Thunder Plains? Like, I don't know.
Because
Remember
I
10?
don't know.
Titus remembers it very well.
And Riku was scared of
198,
lightning and thunder.
199. Damn it!
Right there. Riku has a literal phobia of
Oh, not
lightning.
anymore.
No,
Not anymore.
phobia.
Nah,
She
she's
wasn't
fine now.
supposed to be over that.
She's good now.
But she dances and jigs.
Don't you have arachnophobia?
I don't have arachnophobia.
No,
Spiders have the
spiders just
tendency-
kill him.
Spiders kill me. I'm not afraid of them. I just go into a life and death struggle against them anytime I do combat with them.
I think I'd have a phobia then.
No, I don't. I don't give a
Okay,
shit.
for me, I have a needle phobia.
Shane, if I die, I die. That's just the way it goes.
So
There's nothing I can do about
2
it.
years from now, we're gonna have a concert in a needle room.
Yes.
It's just a big white room where a bunch of needles stick out of the wall.
And you're gonna do some jigging.
and I'm supposed to be just like, this
And
is
you're just
great.
supposed to dance and mosh
You're
all over the
supposed to
place.
jam.
Mosh pit!
Dance and mosh.
That's a jig dance, Shane.
Jig dance.
Just shit.
In a room of needles.
Hey, Shane.
With
Shane.
doctors that come at you with a pokey motion.
Shane.
So moshing would be terrible.
Hey, Shane.
You'd be taking out those doctors.
So to
by
learn
laying
how
on
to
'em.
dance, to do the jig dance, you need to watch my character on Final Fantasy XIV. I'll show you how to do a jig.
Alright.
Because I do a jig.
Legit.
So,
Yeah, Scott, you've seen my character do
so
some
music
jigging.
guy.
I do too.
But
I already told you what I thought about this game's music.
like I was getting at before,
The battle music sucked.
the song they sung in the Thunder Plains, I don't know why they didn't go to the Calm Lands.
Because
Bigger.
the Calm Lands
Calm.
are lame.
Would have been calm.
Dude, Thunder Plains got Zappa stuff. They
Yeah.
don't have to pay for the laser show.
That's
the
metal.
laser show is already there.
To be fair, the song wasn't metal.
I know.
But
But
that's
the Thunder Plains is metal.
yes.
Yeah,
The
there is a
song-
lot of metal in the Thunder
The
Plains.
song they sang, the 1,000 Words, I actually liked that song.
Huh?
I actually really did.
It's more of a ballad though, isn't it?
Yes, in a way, and it was actually not bad. When I first heard the song, I was like, that wasn't that bad. Like I said, I personally wouldn't have had a concert in a place that's always fucking struck by lightning, but whatever.
I would.
In Final Fantasy, lightning doesn't kill us.
So,
No, it doesn't. It just mildly wounds you.
Now we're fun to play the game.
All right.
Bobby has one of the best
coolest-
job systems ever.
I was about to say, the coolest part of this game is the sphere grid
Yes.
system, the dress spheres.
Yes.
That was the coolest part. The rest of the game sucked.
Wasn't it Final Fantasy 3 that started the jobs, I believe?
Final Fantasy 3 was the first one. No, actually, no. Technically, Final Fantasy 3 is the first one you could change your jobs.
But
Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
1
had them.
Right.
You
No,
could pick your job, but
My
you
bad.
were stuck
At the
at
start.
job.
And
My
then
bad.
Final Fantasy
I meant
2
to- I meant
locked
to
you
say-
into a
Final Fantasy 2.
freelancer job.
Yeah, Final
technically.
Fantasy 2 was your orphans.
Well, I meant
Go
to.
learn things.
I meant to say 3 is the first one that you can change.
3 is the one that
Yes.
you can change
But the fact-
technically somewhat on the fly.
But
4
10,
locked you in, 5 let you
what made
change,
10-2's
6
battle
was weird.
system great was that it was 100% on the fly.
Yeah. It's like your
In
turn popped
battle.
up, you're
In
like,
battle.
and you wanted to change jobs in battle.
Yeah, because like
That
if
was
I
a big thing.
if I
It's not to
started-
see them put on new fancy clothes,
Sailor Moon style.
Sailor Moon style. It's because you needed to do it so that way you could unlock or utilize their special sphere dress thingy.
If you move from
Yeah.
one class
If
to
you
another,
link all the
and you
things
happen to
together,
move across like a buff or something
Yeah.
like that,
you get the
that
buff,
in
and then
battle.
if you use all of them and link everything together properly and blah blah blah, and go all the routes for it, then you get to utilize your ultra special super dress sphere thing.
They had a really wicked dress sphere.
Ultra.
They had
Like
a,
Yuna did a flower thing.
yes, she had the floral thing where she was like a fucking flower type
Yeah,
thing.
she was like
Um,
she was a naked lady in a flower.
Pain, literally, it was like a machina. No joke. She had those blades,
Yep.
and
I don't remember Riku. She was usually dead.
Such a hater.
No, seriously, she died constantly.
So why didn't you remove her from your team? That's the next part of gameplay. You can capture monsters and people and put them in your party.
yeah, you could capture brother.
Yeah, and use
I
brother.
captured that guy, and I did switch Riku out for him for a
you
bit.
make it feel
He
like
was useful.
be on my team. You ran around with a net. Get back here, you fucking
No,
hellbent.
you set traps
Yeah, you
out
set
in
traps.
the world.
And then some
Like,
poor
a big
bastard
cage
will
with a
randomly
meat
walk
in
into it.
I'm gonna tell you something.
So to catch brother, you put a steak dinner inside of a cage, and he was like, "Oh, something Rick."
He's like, some bitch, it's at a steak?
I'm
Hell
gonna tell you
yeah.
something. If I did that and I find him in a cage,
I'm like,
You
dude,
so
you are
stupid.
dumb.
You really that hungry for some steak?
He's the first guy in the game you can catch.
Yeah.
As
As a matter of fact, I think that's how you get him is because it's a tutorial thing. You have to catch him.
You can catch all kinds of people and animals, monsters. And then you can train those monsters and use them on your team instead of certain characters.
Like Riku.
And there's certain status pluses and shit you get from going through.
I kept Riku on the team because I didn't really keep her in her thief that
It's
long.
like eventually she got better and didn't suck and die.
Dude,
But
once you
she was always the one that Yuna had to be like, well, fuck, I guess I gotta go back to White Mage. Boop, here you go.
the 2 classes that you get later in the game, when you get those, it makes everything better. The Samurai or the Dark Knight.
I was about to say,
Everything.
what, the mascot?
Yeah.
Mascot dress sphere was the best.
She was the Kate Sith. Because Yuna was the Moogle, and then Pain was the Tonberry. I had a
giant Tonberry.
when I bought the
Pain.
game, it came with the poster of them and their mascots with their helmets on.
I don't even
masks
remember
off.
what the mascots did. I just remember transforming into
I
it
had
once
that
going,
big poster,
what
yeah.
the fuck is this?
But to be fair, dude, the Samurai and the Dark Knight,
The Dork Knight was pretty cool.
bad as
You
fuck.
know, being all
Bad.
dorky and stuff.
They look cool. They
Was there a
came did.
Dragoon in
No,
the game?
there was no
Oh, he
goon.
got left out?
Oh, look. Weird how the goon got left out, isn't
The
it?
goon gets left out all the time.
No,
okay?
he doesn't. Goon's made it in more than the Paladin has.
There's a reason because of that.
It's because Paladins can't be in every game, Shane. But Dark Knights can. Dark Knights have to be in
are
every
cool.
game.
Dark Knights are cool.
Except when you fight the undead. And
They're
then Dark Knights
they're
are not cool.
Yeah, they're not so cool.
Especially when there's an entire mountain full of nothing but dead things that try to eat your face.
So, we've talked about how you could change jobs.
And
That's actually
get
really
all
good.
naked
Talked
and
about
stuff.
catching people. The battle system is not bad. It works. It's fairly Final Fantasy X again. And
Yeah,
if you like that battle system, this is that battle system with the job mode. Instead of switching out characters, you just simply change the class of the character.
Correct.
And it works. So that's that. You talked about the buffs. You talked about the specials.
Lots of
I
food.
We talked about the fact that you need to talk to everybody.
The fact that there's a lot of boobs.
I really wish I could remember.
Oh, by the way,
what Riku's special.
a lot of boobs.
I just wish I could remember what Riku's special dress sphere was. I remembered Yuna and Pain's, but I can't remember hers. I'll look it up later.
So, Guy.
She became of legal age. That was her special dress sphere.
Not for me.
Second to last topic.
Second to
It's time to talk about this here storyline.
It sucked.
well, to be
Moving on.
At least it tried to follow the 10th game.
it did. It all
It's. You know what? I used to be a summoner. I saved the world. Let's go look for spheres to try and see if I can't find something about my non-existent dead boyfriend thing.
it all
I
started.
said tried.
And
He
End of it.
emphasized try.
that's the entire story right there.
You're actually right. That's the story.
It all
There's
started
one thing I got
when
to put
I saw
down
this
here.
sphere review.
If I have to say, like how we've been doing 2 things we like, or 2 things we hate, or I got one I like. Going back to see certain people like Riku, like we went back,
So
went back to
Lulu
see
and Waka
Lulu and Waka.
Married and Lulu's about to have a baby.
I like that. That's about the only thing
She
that I
still got a
liked
big
was
rat,
actually
though.
going.
And
I'm
seeing the
surprised the rat
changes.
didn't get bigger.
And Shane's favorite part is when you go back to see big hand people.
The Guados.
Yeah, when you go back to Guado Salam and
Everyone hates them, just like Shane.
everybody. Remember when you started 10 and everybody hated the Al Bhed? Well, everyone loves the Al Bhed now,
Of
but
course.
they hate the Guados.
Because the Albed gave everybody flying things and they helped stop sin.
Like
Where the Guados
everyone's like, you
kind of was helping sin.
guys know what? Those Al Beds are not bad.
It's like,
Those
yeah,
fucking freaky big hand people, though.
we're gonna kill them motherfuckers.
So when you go back to Seymour's house, that his butler or his whatever is there, and he hates you,
Yeah.
Like, he flat out hates you. It's like, dude, eat a dick. Nobody likes you.
It's like nobody liked you in the first game.
Dude.
Everybody really don't like you now.
You had your dick so far up Seymour's ass.
You couldn't tell where his hand began.
You're right. So, because I killed your butt buddy, and we sent him, you're all pissed. Who gives a fuck? Seymour was a faggot.
Damn, listen to him.
He hating.
Dude,
He's hating
did
so
not
hard.
Did not like Seymour.
So I said something I like. Something I dislike.
Is the entire premise of their mission?
They're
Something
not able to
I
save the
dislike.
world.
This is what I dislike. Shinra. It's the kid's name. Stupid. I don't like that he had that name, first off.
He worked for Shinra before he became a spear hunter.
What if Final Fantasy X-2 is the prequel to 7 and Shinra starts the company and manufactures the technology that will eventually burrow into the earth?
That's actually been speculated.
And fucking suck up and fucking kill the planet. I started as a
And
spear
give
hunter.
But
birth
this is what I hate.
to the
Shinra
greatest
made, he
games.
invented, now listen here, he invented the dress sphere.
Correct.
So I ask a question. How do you keep finding them?
Well, to be fair, he created them. And then he lost them.
No!
They fly
He's
around.
10!
They fly around in the air. He could have like dropped them off the airship.
No!
He's 10, Bill.
Some of them are hidden
Dropping
in
them
caves and
off of
shit.
the airship and they just having to roll
Okay,
into a
There's
cave.
no logic behind it at all. There's none. They were like, that's a big fuck up, right? At the very beginning of the game, he's like, I invented them. And they're like, well, how do they work? I don't know. What? And then right after he says he doesn't know how they work, but he's the one that created them, and yes, it's possible that people's memories could be stored inside of them. People's memories from, like, 3,000 years ago. He made them, by the way. He made these things that have people's memories that, 3,000 years back. But then, the next fucking scene, he's like, ooh, I found one. Doot, 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 doot. And I'm like, I'm sorry? I found one. If we fly all the way out here and go up to the top, next problem, the top of this structure,
Mount Galgazet.
there'll be one. And they're like, all right, take us to the top. And he's like, I'm taking us all the way to the top. Beep, 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 beep. Then they drop you off at the bottom. And you climb the structure. That is not the top. And that item that you go get, he didn't make that. Because if he made it, why the fuck is it there?
It wasn't very poopy.
Alright, so maybe he made the ones that they were using.
Maybe he's immortal.
No, because the only ones you have that you're using
from the 10.
are
That didn't
the
hit.
dancer,
Warrior,
and the
singer,
dancer has memories in it that
No,
are from
no, it's-
1,000 years ago.
Yep, because
Warrior,
And they even say later in the
Gunner,
game, they say
and
later
thief.
in the game that the dancer, the dancer,
songstress.
she had it.
Yes.
So
shooting
if she
it-
had it 1,000 years ago,
Lena?
he didn't make shit.
No, there's only one logical explanation. Shinra's immortal.
He's a liar. He's like a little 10-year-old
But
that
Scott-
snuck his way on board the ship one day and happened to have one of them, and they were like, hey,
what's
what
that?
the shit? And he's like, oh, don't kick me off the ship, I'm brilliant. And they're like, yeah, you're 10. And he's like, nah, I made these. They allow you to change classes and shit. And these people...
And shit, little 10-year-old kid's like,
Yeah.
I made this and shit.
Yeah, I
What?
made this
Wait,
shit.
To be fair, dude, he would have been able to trick brother because you could put a steak in a cage and trick that thing.
That's fair.
No. You don't even put a steak. That's the problem. You
Wait,
just
wait.
put a slab of uncooked meat.
What if this kid
And he's like,
was
whoa!
killed by sin those thousands of years ago in his spirit form, and that?
No, because he can't be sent.
Yeah, but what if he never did get sent?
He's not. He's not an unsent. That's the thing.
It's a very good theory, technically, But with the end of 10, summoners, there are no more summoners. Meaning,
there are no summons either.
Which
is they fucked that part of the story up too. But we're not going into that.
To be fair,
Nope.
Summoners were the only ones that could send. There are no more summoners, which means when you die, you go. You don't need to be sent anymore.
Yeah,
you just go.
You're just kind of like, well, it's about that time I die. Dead.
And
then
you'd
poof,
be like,
you're gone.
oh no, he's dead.
Here you go. He sent you.
I'm telling you, man.
The story of 10-2.
There are so many holes in this thing.
Dude, the inconsistency of the entire story.
What, Swiss cheese?
Oh, way worse.
Dude, when they told me, when I first played it.
There's more holes in this than a beat-up old Pinto.
When I first played it, and she's like, it all started when I saw this sphere of you. And then I seen the sphere. I was like, that's not Tidus, first off.
Yeah.
I could clearly tell.
He's got them evil eyes.
No, to be fair, I just played 10.
He was one of the guys from 1,000 years ago that fought in the war trying to stop the monster when it first showed up in the Dreamer's world.
His name is Shuian.
He was a dick.
Yes and no.
He was a dick.
He was a dick, but to be fair, I understood why he was a dick. No, he had a good reason for being a dick.
But it doesn't change the fact that he was a total and complete dick.
No, but, but to be fair, I can't remember the machine that they had, the big
robot evil thing.
What's his name? I'll keep talking.
Dumb.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
That would be fucking great. That would make the game even better. Like, what are you after? Metal Gear.
We're looking for Metal Gear Shinryu. It's a giant dragon-shaped Metal Gear. It's here to destroy the world. I'm here to stop it.
Dude, Snake was in that
My
game.
God. Metal Gear Shinryu.
Yes, Snake.
Hold on. I've got my Stinger missile launcher in. Well, and now he's dead.
He needs to crouch down and make a codec call for an hour and a half.
That would be great because you're
while the girls fight it.
You never told me you made a giant metal dragon. Yeah, Snake, sorry about that. I was a little drunk that night.
Technically,
what
dude,
the fuck?
If he got on the codex, the girls
time
would be like,
stops.
They would like.
It doesn't stop. It
time
stops in his world for some reason.
Dude, it would be great though if it did stop in their world. He would be like, "You gotta make a call," and like
it doesn't follow the same things because when you're in Smash Brothers, the game didn't stop, did it?
No.
When he was talking.
So
see, only in his universe does time stop. When he's in another universe, he still makes a half an hour phone call. That shit's still happening.
He's like, Otacon.
Like a pink marshmallow. No, and the worst part is, if you get kicked or anything while that's going on, it cancels it.
Could you imagine that? Otacon, I'm on the phone, but I got shot!
Since he's not taking a turn, and he's not in battle, and he can only have 3 members, the girls would be fighting, and they'd be like, some help! And he'd be like, quiet, I'm on the codec.
Hold on, I'm making a long-distance call.
Metal Gear. Why do you always say Metal Gear at the end of every sentence?
You always say that.
Metal Gear.
Stop repeating what the guy said. Like, that's the way Snake talks to people. They'll be like, you're going to need an access code. An access code. Yeah, listen to me. Listen to you. Stop fucking doing that.
Stop fucking doing that.
Why do you repeat everything I say?
Repeat everything you say.
I'm a dick.
It's a fine time we live in.
No shit.
Dude, he'd also
It's a box big enough for me and my buddy.
He would also be hiding in boxes, and the girls
Actually,
would be like, what the fuck?
No. See, that'd be the best part. Snake would just be like hiding in the box. That robot would go by. The girls would like be chasing it, and he's just kind of peeking out, all creepy like. He's like.
But remember, that works in his universe. In his universe, if somebody sees a box in the middle of a fucking forest, they think nothing of it. That's normal.
Nope.
Honestly, all it needs is a truck.
You need, like in Metal Gear Solid 3, they changed that because in Metal Gear Solid 3, you needed specific boxes for areas that made it look like you belonged.
Okay, to be fair, okay.
Like if you used like the
Metal Gear Solid 2 had that too.
Like the green storage boxes, if you use those like in a different area, they'd be like, that shit is not supposed to be here.
Well, to be fair, okay.
Again,
bad
same
example.
thing with MGS2.
Let me I'll use 2. When you're on the catwalks, I've been in a box and they were just like box on the catwalk.
All right, two does not count for one big reason. Bill sniped a guy talking to another guy, and the other guy kept talking.
It was awesome. Literally, they were in conversation.
They were just like, so Frank, how's the wife and kids doing? Oh, they're doing great, man. They're doing great. How about you? Oh, yeah, they're doing...
And I shot the guy he was talking to, and he was like...
He's like,
I
that's
shot
cool,
him
man.
with the trench dart, and he was like, chew! And he fell off the thing and goes, ah!
And died.
And then the other guy was like, and like a question mark came up, and I was
like,
looking at him through the binoculars, and he looks around,
and he stops and starts talking.
He started talking. Like the game screwed up, he started talking, and even had a guy responding to him. And I was like, I just ran across the catwalk like, whatever.
Talking to yourself. But no. But that's what's funny.
Me and you were losing our shit when that happened.
In their universe, if he was in a cardboard box that he's not supposed, they'd be like, "You're not fooling anybody, dude."
You know,
why is there a card? We're in a fight.
I'm loving the fact that this game was so not good enough. We're talking Metal Gear.
Look, we did it for 5 too, so I can't imagine what's coming with this here score, eh?
Well, I can't imagine how Final Fantasy 12 is going to be. It's going to be like an hour-long conversation of Metal Gear.
We're going to talk about 12 for 5 minutes.
And then Metal Gear for
Spoilers alert! We're going to go to other games.
This game did make Shane all Wong hard, but it had nothing to do with the game. Let's rate it.
Go ahead, Bill. You start off. We'll go this way.
Oh, yeah? Yeah? 2.
2?
2. I think the dress sphere system works very well.
But the rest of the
battle
game
system is intact. In terms of gameplay, it's nearly flawless. It's done very well.
Yes.
It's
the
lack
rest of it
story
is missing.
and bad music.
There's nothing holding the gameplay together.
Scott?
4.
Holy dick sausage!
I said 4, not 5. So
4 is great. This game is great.
And you
I had no issue.
You ain't Tony the Tiger in
issues
this
with it.
motherfucker.
And you think I'm Wong hard?
I had no issues with it.
Holy shit!
He just likes boobles.
Oh my gosh!
He likes boobles. It's okay.
Any reason why you gave it a 4? I mean, just as much as we...
I just told you, it's the boobles.
Well, of course there's the boobs.
Well,
but other than that, I had no issues with the story. It's like I said, it tries to continue the story. Tries being the key word.
Fails miserably.
At least they gave it an attempt. I mean, if they didn't even try, then that would have been... Then I can understand giving it not a 4. I understand why you gave it a 4, but I don't understand. And I'll explain. I'm giving it a 2.5. And the reason I'm giving it a 2.5 is because, like Bill said, the battle system, I like the battle system. I like...
Because Shane wanted 3 boobles, but he couldn't get 3.
No. But switching on the fly is fun.
I'm tired.
Revisiting areas and seeing how they changed over the 2 years.
Cool
and being able to go back to visit some of the characters, too.
But it got really old really quick.
Yes. The story did not make any fucking sense.
There was also no ability to actually free roam.
Well, that was in 10, too.
No. 10, you had full free roam.
Yeah, there's no world map, to be fair, though. 10 is one of the few games that has no world map. It's incredibly linear. So when you make 10-2 and you use the exact same map, it's linear. The only way they fixed it was rather than being like, okay, I want to go here, but I'm all the way over here. They didn't want you tracking through all of Spira, so you just picked a portion of the map you wanted to go to.
Half the time in 7, I didn't want to walk all the way where I had to walk, but I did
That's
anyway.
Why you went and got a Chokiboo.
In the beginning,
and then you spent 20 hours, breeding Chokiboos.
The only difference is that when you fly the airship now, it takes you exactly
where you're going.
It.
No, that's
so you lose out on the.
I would have loved
I pilot me an airship.
The reason you couldn't pilot it though is because there is no world map.
To be fair,
it didn't exist in 10.
Yeah,
I would have liked to at least fly around Spira,
but you can't because there is no world map.
I wish there was.
They would have had to have remade the entire game from the ground up to include a world map. and it would have been a really messed up world map because the world map would have kind of went like this.
Oh, it's weird curvy
Like a
squiggle
really
line.
strange
Because
hallway
in
of
10,
land.
in 10, every time you went somewhere, it showed you the dotted lines and the...
It was just one big giant hallway from start to finish in the game. So if you did that on a world map and flew the airship, you would fly a really peculiar straight line. Fly like a squiggly line to where you wanted to go.
I want to go over to the right. No, follow the line.
You might even have to ride a shoe puff.
Shoo, Bob! Those weird fucking creatures. The fucking weird frog things that drive it.
Yeah, they're
Those
awesome.
shoo, Bob.
This game gets 2 boobles out of a possible 5 because the dress sphere was cool and boobs.
Boobs and spheres.
I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat it. This game was all about boobs.
Boobs and spheres.
That was the only reason to play this game was
Yep.
boobs.
Well, Scott, you were very generous with this game.
Yes, he was.
I didn't really have issues with it. That's why.
He just really liked the boobles.
Final Fantasy X-2
Got like a 3.
gets a 2.63.
Ah, I was close.
So,
Boobs!